That sounds cryptic, deliberately so. Anyone who reads the Mahabharata carefully is bound to change, discount the temporary, and place a premium on the permanent. To all those who have been part of that journey, including the readers, thank you. The original 10 volumes were published sequentially as they were completed between 2010 and 2014. The Mahabharata. Volume 8, Sections 78 to 86. Translated by Bibek Debroy. For Suparna. Ardha bharya manusyasya bharya shrestha mahasakha. Bharya mulam trivargasya bharya mitram marisyatah. Mahabharata 1:68-40. Nasti bharya samo bandhur nasti bharya samagati. Nasti bharya samo loke sahayo dharma sadhanah. Mahabharata 12:142-10. Introduction. The Hindu tradition has an amazingly large corpus of religious texts spanning Vedas, Vedanta, consisting of Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Upanishads, Vedangas, Smritis, Puranas, Dharmashastras, and Itihasa. For most of these texts, especially if one excludes classical Sanskrit literature, we don't quite know when they were composed and by whom. Not that one is looking for single authors. Some of the minor Puranas or Upapurana are of later vintage. For instance, the Bhavishya Purana, which is often listed as a major Purana or Mahapurana, mentions Queen Victoria. In the listing of the corpus above figures, Itihasa translated into English as history. History doesn't entirely capture the nuance of Itihasa, which is better translated as this is indeed what happened. Itihasa isn't myth or fiction. It is a chronicle of what happened. It is a fact. Or so runs the belief. And Itihasa consists of India's 2 major epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. The former is believed to have been composed as poetry, and the latter as prose. This isn't quite correct. The Ramayana has segments in prose, and the Mahabharata has segments in poetry. Itihasa doesn't quite belong to the category of religious texts in a way that the Vedas and Vedanta are religious. However, the dividing line between what is religious and what is not is fuzzy. After all, Itihasa is also about attaining the objectives of dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, and the Mahabharata includes Hinduism's most important spiritual text, the Bhagavad Gita. The epics are not part of the Shruti tradition. That tradition is like a revelation, without any composer. The epics are part of the Smriti tradition. At the time they were composed, there was no question of texts being written down. They were recited, heard, memorized, and passed down through the generations. But the Smriti tradition had composers. The Ramayana was composed by Valmiki, regarded as the first poet or kavi. The word kavi has a secondary meaning as poet or rhymer. The primary meaning of kavi is someone who is wise. And, in that sense, the composer of the Mahabharata was no less wise. This was Vedavyasa or Vyasadeva. He was so named because he classified, or Vyasa, the Vedas. Vedavyasa or Vyasadeva isn't a proper name. It is a title. Once in a while, in accordance with the needs of the era, the Vedas need to be classified. Each such person obtains the title, and there have been 28 Vyasadevas so far. At one level, the question about who composed the Mahabharata is pointless. According to popular belief, and according to what the Mahabharata itself states, it was composed by Krishna Dvaipayana Vedavyasa, or Vyasadeva. But the text was not composed and cast in stone at a single point in time. Multiple authors kept adding layers and embellishing it. Sections just kept getting added, and it is no one's suggestion that Krishna Dvaipayana Vedavyasa composed the text of the Mahabharata as it stands today. Consequently, the Mahabharata